Well, welcome to the Christy Jones Show, where it's all about living your life to the fullest. I'm a life coach, speaker, and business owner in multifamily real estate, and I've had wild success in multifamily housing for over 25 years now. I am so passionate about helping others merge their success and lead a fulfilling life, and I bring it all together right here on this podcast. So join me and let's get started to live your life to the fullest. Hey friends, Christy here, and I am so excited about this upcoming masterclass I have. I want to make sure you know about it. So on May 30th, I am hosting a free masterclass. It's the High Achievers Breakthrough. Here's what you need to know about it. First of all, it's May 30th. Second of all, it's free to register and join this masterclass. That's a no-brainer. And three, I have a VIP experience that you definitely want to take part in if you want to get that full breakthrough. In the masterclass, I'm going to help you uncover ways and things and like maybe your false beliefs, that the stuff going on in your brain that you don't know is tripping you up and holding you up, that's getting in your way from you doing the thing that you want to do. You know, you're probably crushing it in your career. Maybe it's another segment of your life you really feel that you're on fire about. But generally, there's like, even for you high achievers, there's one or two things that are like tripping you up. And it's frustrating the crap out of you. I want to help you break through on that. I want to make sure that you have that feeling of ease and success in all areas of your life. So in this masterclass, we're going to not only identify what's holding you up, but I'm going to help you create a plan of action, because it's not what we know, it's what we do. So we're going to get that plan of action. And lastly, I'm going to send you off from this masterclass ready to unleash your inner power. It's for all my VIPers. If you choose to do that, which you should, because it's normally $237, and I'm going to offer it this first go round for only $37. And in that VIP experience, you will get a recording of the masterclass. I hope you make it live, but in case you can't, you'll get a recording of it. Even if you are there live, who doesn't need to hear it again or go back to hear a certain section that maybe didn't stick that first time? So you'll get a recording of the masterclass as a VIP. And also, we'll have an additional session. I'll do an additional session with all my VIPers. You can bring your burning questions, something you specifically want to be coached on. And then I'm going to follow up and make sure that the things that we talked about in the masterclass, that you're moving forward and making progress on those in your life. All right, so join me for the masterclass. I'll put a link below in show notes so you can register and get on your way. Don't forget, you want to take advantage of that VIP. So I will see you there soon. Hey, my friend, welcome back. It's another awesome week, another great episode of the Christy Jones Show. And we're going to talk about getting ready for summer. It's no surprise, if you've been around here for a while, that I love summertime. And if you love summertime, or maybe you just kind of tolerate summertime, maybe you're more of a winter person, either way, however you feel about summer, here's what I want to talk today about. And that's moving through and moving into summer with some intention. I want to help you kind of shore up some intention of what summer is going to feel like for you. What is it going to be? How are you wanting to experience this season? So let's just get going and jump right into it. I think it's important for individuals that are really goal oriented, or high achievers, that are, sometimes a downside of that characteristics is you're just go go go, you're on to the next goal, you're on to the next task. And what I want to kind of reel in a little bit, if that's you, is I want to remind you that life is much more than just checking off the list. Life is much more than the to-do list, the achievements, making sure we cross the T's and dot the I's. While that feels good and it's important, and it's, something that we strive for, it's really important to also weave in the other side of the coin, so that you are prioritizing yourself and prioritizing your experiences to really get that full life experience. No one wants to show up later in life and realize that all this time's gone by and I haven't gone through my life with any intention. All these summer seasons have gone by and I have nothing to really show for it other than all of these achievements, all the things I've been, chasing and doing and achieving. Again, there's a balance between the two. So summer's going to still include all the things that you have on your list and the goals that you have. But also today I want to talk about weaving in some of those other experiences that you want to have over the summer so that you're living your life with intention and something that really that matches up well with your values. So let's get started. I'm going to talk about priorities. Let's just start from the get-go. Make sure that you're starting this summer season and taking a moment to reflect on what's important to you. I think when you do that and you pause and, you know, get your pen and paper out or make your notes in your phone if you're that person, open the notes, start tapping away, typing away. But start making a list of your priorities for what that looks like this summer. Now realize every year it's different based on where you're at in life, how old you are, what's going on in your life. Are you, single? Are you in a relationship? Do you have children? Do you only have to worry about your schedule? Do you have all these other people's schedules that you also have to take into consideration? So wherever you're at on that spectrum, now's the time to really reflect on what are your priorities for this season of your life right now. I'm just going to say this early so I don't forget it later, but in the show notes, I'm going to have a download for you on something that's going to help you. It's going to walk you through it. It's going to be your bucket list, your summer bucket list for 2024. I'm going to have some things on there that are going to be suggestions to get you going, like some ideas. And then I've got a whole nother page for you to just make your list. It's just if you fill it in and customize it for you. But I want you to have a tool that you have as a result of listening to this podcast so that you can, start reflecting on your priorities and then taking action and making your bucket list for summer 2024. Couple other thoughts to keep in mind as you're thinking ahead for your summer is I want you to dream big, but start small. Dream big, but start small. If you're wanting to take some action steps towards something that got really big, maybe you've got like a big thing that you want to go do and maybe you need to put that towards the end of summer. Then you need to kind of back up, and by starting small, we need to start making some action steps right now because you're hearing this podcast. It's going to be later in May. So what can you do before the end of the month, before the end of May, that will be an action step, a smaller action step to get you closer to that bigger one? And then move forward in that timeline for like the first week of June, the second week of June, the third week of June, all the way up until the bigger dream, the bigger thing that you're wanting to implant in your summer. I want you to start small, but let's back up to right now. And what is an action item that you can do now that will work towards that? And if you stay on task, maybe it's saving money. Maybe it's pocketing and setting aside X amount of dollars. Maybe it means you don't go to Starbucks. Maybe it means that you don't eat out lunch so that you can be saving that money so that it allows you to do the thing over the summer or at the end of summer that you're wanting to do. So dream big, start small. Mix adventure with some relaxation. Again, my type A people out there, you know what I'm talking about. We love adventure. We love challenges. We love all the things. but make sure you're mixing in some relaxation. Summer is such a great time to kind of restore and relax and recharge. So when you're making this summer bucket list for 2024, allow some space in your schedule, in your calendar for rest and relaxation. It can be rest and relaxation at your home. It can be rest and relaxation in your backyard, on your patio. It can be rest and relaxation, however you choose, whatever you want to do, but make sure that you don't make it a whole summer of action and adventure without any rest and relaxation. We're going to talk the next thing about pushing boundaries. So, summer is such a great time to try something new, to push the limit, to go past that boundary just a little bit. It's a phenomenal time to do that. Summer just seems to have it has a more whimsical feel to it to me. Summer seems to be more like a time to explore. Um, it just that's what summer has always felt like to me. That it is a time to push the boundary, to try something new, to maybe, I mean, whether it's an activity, maybe you want to go to a yoga retreat, you want to explore a new town, go to a different country. It just, there's something about summer, the summertime, that just says, push the boundary, try something new. And that means stepping out of our comfort zone, which is teaching us so many valuable lessons as we do that. So let's talk summer vacation, for instance. So sometimes we have our favorite place, right? That we love to go on summer vacation. If maybe you take a vacation every summer, maybe you don't. Maybe it's every other summer, maybe it's every 5 summers, whatever kind of pattern that you've created that works for your life, whatever that is, maybe you constantly like to go back to the same place, everything's the same. What if this year it was something outside of your comfort zone? What if this year you try something that is new to you? When we step into those, whether it's a vacation, it doesn't have to be a vacation. It can be um, like an activity that you do. It can be something new that you learn. Maybe you sign up for a workshop and it is really not in your comfort zone. You're like, this is not the type of thing I would normally do. But that's all the more reason to do it. Summer is an excellent time to do that. Summer's just kind of this more like loosey goosey, like we kind of get that more playful spirit about us. Like, yeah, I don't usually go to that state, but why not? Let's do a road trip there. Or why not? Let's buy a plane ticket. Let's go there. So summer just kind of has that vibe to it, to where it kind of relaxes our mind, relaxes our brain. We get a little more open to stepping out of our comfort zone. So consider what on your bucket list when you print and download what I'm sharing with you. Think about that. What could I put on here that's really going to cause me to step out of my comfort zone? Look at summer as a time to create more meaningful connections. Think about the relationships that you have, the friendships that you have. What can you do, or what can you create so that somewhere in your summertime, you're using it as a time to really create more meaningful connections. So weave that into your summer bucket list. Embrace spontaneity. Like, plans are great, and having a plan is great, and also being spontaneous is equally as great. Leave room for just spontaneity. Not everything in life has to be scheduled. If you have everything scheduled, all the open time scheduled, when when does life just get to like naturally unfold and you're like, "Oh, let's try this. Let's do this. Let's do nothing. Let's sit in a pool and float all day. Let's make a pina colada and go sit in the backyard and, lay in the pool or whatever." Like, not everything has to be so scheduled. And I think we live in a really scheduled society. I have my own thoughts when it comes to, families and children and schedules. Like, kids need open time. It's good to be bored, my friend. That's just my belief. Boredom is good. Boredom's good for kids, and boredom can be very good for adults too. It does not have to be 24/7. Keep me entertained. That's not how the world works. So, newsflash, leave open space when you're doing your bucket list and looking at your schedule for the summertime. Leave room for spontaneity. Leave room for spontaneity because there's something to be said about spontaneous moments and just going with the flow. And also know it's okay to be bored. It's okay for kids to be bored. That's how they get their creativity going. Nobody felt sorry for me when I was a kid and I was bored to tears over the summer. I mean, there was no hotline to call. Nobody wanted to listen to it. Figure out something, go outside and play, entertain yourself, and quit whining about it. That's how you get creative. You problem solve. You give kids the opportunity to solve their own boredom, and it's fabulous. Okay. Accountability and support when it comes to your bucket list for the summer. So, all I mean by that is get a friend, have a partner, get someone that you're like, "Hey, let's do this bucket list together. You make yours, I'm going to make mine," and then share it with each other. Share your dream bucket list for the summer with each other and then check in on one another. The accountability. Hey, you had on there that you were wanting to whatever, float the river. Did you look it up online? Have you made a reservation? Have you decided what weekend you're going to go do that? What day? Right? So get an accountability partner for the summer bucket list. I mean, that's even something fun, right? When we think of accountability partners, it's like when we're trying to hit, like, I don't know, I've heard of accountability, like when I'm trying to, get my workout more consistent and get to the gym so many days a week and excuse me, things like that. This is something fun. Get an accountability partner to plan your summer, to make sure that you really show up for yourself. You say you want to create this kind of experience for the summer of 2024. Well, if you get an accountability partner and you get a friend on board and you guys are doing it together, then they're going to call you out. They'll be like, "Hey, why are you not doing anything towards this? You said you wanted to read 5 books. How many have you read? It's July. You've read 0. Why are you doing that? Let's go to Barnes and Noble. Let's go get a book, whatever." So get a friend on board with you. And then celebrate. I'm a big on celebrating progress along the way. There's perfectionism and then there's progress. Well, we have to really focus on the progress. So every time you get one of your bucket list items done, you're going to check it off. I want you to celebrate, be proud of yourself that you have made a plan. You've made this conscious, really an intentional effort of what it is that you want the summer to feel like, what you want it to be, how you want to experience it. And celebrate when you actually stay true to yourself and you do that. So take time to acknowledge it. I mean, it's not like you have to get a cake and ice cream and have a whole flippin' party, but I'm saying that you need to take a moment, check it off your list, call your friend and be like, "Hey, you know what I just did? I did the thing. Now I've got 6 more things that I want to include in my summer, and I'm on my way. I've got these 5 already done. It's been so much fun. I've been able to check another one off the list." So celebrate your progress as you move forward. I think the last thing I want to leave you with on today's podcast, which is all about being intentional as you move into summer. So you don't wake up in September and October and be like, damn, summer went fast. And all I did was work and work and work and work and work and work and work. And while I personally enjoy working, I enjoy it. It brings me a lot of pleasure. And I hope it does for you too. But we all need to have a flow in our life to make sure that we're weaving in other things along the way and in our life to really live life to the fullest. So we feel fulfilled. So we stay excited. So we stay, that spark that you have on the inside. You've got to feed all the different aspects of being human. You've got to feed all of that within yourself. So I want to remind you as I wrap that it's important for you to make this list, move forward into the summertime with intention. You're going to feel so much better come September and October if you do that. And also, I want to remind you that life is short, my friend. Time goes by. The same time that's going by for you is going by for me. And it is our job to do the things to live our life to the fullest. Nobody can wish that into existence. Nobody can want that for us. No one can create that for us. We have to take proactive steps to live our life to the fullest. And knowing what that looks like and feels like for you as an individual is really important. Self-awareness is key, my friend. So I want you to have fun with this project. I want you to download the checklist, take a look at it, start making your own, and start building your summertime with intention. I would love it so much if you would share this podcast with a friend, and I would equally love it as much if you would share it on social. Let me know, what are some of your bucket list items for 2024? You can drop in my DMs. You can, share it on your social. Tag me if you do share it. I can't wait to see what you come up with. All right, until next week, my friends, go make the rest of your week so awesome. And let's get started. Let's get started on this bucket list. I'm working on mine, and I want you to be working on yours too. All right, I will see you soon. Take care. Have the best day. I want to thank you for tuning in today to the podcast, and I hope you've enjoyed the conversation and all the info that's been shared today. And I hope you've come away with a few ideas on how to make the most out of it for your life. If you loved this episode, be sure to share it with your friends and family. And also make sure you subscribe to the podcast and tap that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Also, it would mean the absolute world to me if you would leave a podcast review. So until next time, my friend, keep flourishing and thriving and live your life to the